Stork, I think you're right about that, Knight. He is in the zone, man. He is on top of this. His game sense is just completely on target right now, and he is just completely on top of his game right here and doing extremely well. Fantasy got a nice little tankage there from the base, but I don't think it's going to bother Stork too much. He's still got about 15 million gateways to spare once he loses that one to that tank. The thing is, though, is Stork doesn't have a lot of forces on the ground because he's been putting up pylon blocks and gateways and Nexi and is that the plural of Nexuses? Pumping out observers into turrets and things like that. So he doesn't have a ton of troops on the ground here. But actually, you know what? Maybe I overestimated Fantasy's contain here. It looks like there's only a few tanks. So he's running some Zealots in there. Zealots getting up into the tanks right there. The Dragoons coming in to follow up. There's one tank on the ridge that's going to be a major problem. But Dragoons coming in, heavy fire of Dragoon fire. He's going to lose probably a couple more Dragoons than he should have. But he's going to completely take out this little containment here. There's still one tank pelting away on that ridge. And I think Stork probably should have fallen back from this. You know, losing a lot of Dragoons now. I think he should have saved that squad. But maybe he's thinking, heck, I got a ton of gateways. And I got you know, 3 bases going. Screw it, I'm just gonna replenish my army here. And actually, yeah, he has. Fantasy's still routing his forces to the front though, but that tank does go down up on that ridge.
Just Stork, I mean, with a nice counterattack there. I think you're absolutely right. Stork feels like he has the gateway advantage. He definitely has the production advantage at this point, and he just wants to make sure nothing, Fantasy doesn't get a good contain on him, because that would be a pretty dangerous spot to get the contain. Having the high ground around it. Fantasy trying to get some vultures in. Fantasy has 3 vultures inside of Stork's base, picking off 1 probe. Looks like he's going to get into the lines, actually, and this could do a lot of damage. He's actually planting mines down beforehand. Stork's going to detonate them with the Zealots as they're running up there. But yeah, Fantasy is just desperate to do anything right now to try to gain an advantage back. Meanwhile, Stork moving in the middle of the map there, just forcing back the rest of the tanks. Oh, wow, nice hero Zealot there. And I don't think Fantasy took down any probes. I mean, he got those 2 goons, but importantly, Stork's economy is still untouched right now, and that is going to, I think, make a big difference in this game. Now that Fantasy is forced back on his heels, it's going to come down to a production war, and Stork is actually probably going to continue to be aggressive here. I don't think he's going to let Fantasy go back and turtle up here.
Yeah, Stork, I think he's kind of smelling the blood in the water at this point. He's look at this, putting up a Stargate. There you go. I mean, he's looking to, the Stargate is going to be producing the nails that will basically hammer down the lid to Fantasy's coffin. I think Stork's probably not going to try and just finish it with the ground forces at the moment, it looks like. He'll probably wait for those Arbiters, which I believe are probably going to come out there, and just pound it home then. But Fantasy is not looking too good. I mean, he's got just 2 bases. He doesn't. I can't tell if he's expanding to his mineral only behind his base there, but it doesn't look like he's too intent on doing that right now. Look at that. Look, you see on his face, Fantasy not looking too happy about what's going on right now. He's not looking very confident at this point. Yeah, Stork just looking extremely, extremely good. Fantasy, he tried to get, I think what you were mentioning before about doing whatever he could, he really needs to get some harassment going on if he's going to try and come back in this game. He needs to kill off some probes or do something interesting. Bust out, I mean, we know he's capable of some creativity. He needs to bust it out right now if he's going to have any chance of
I agree with you on that. I think Fantasy is just completely stymied here because Stork didn't let him be creative. Fantasy is creative as hell, but if you're just being rushed by a Zealot and a probe from the 3rd minute of the game onwards, you don't have a chance to really be the aggressor. You're just constantly reacting to Stork. That's a lot of mines there, by the way, at that mineral only. If Stork knows that it's there, 1 Zealot could take out every SCV. But yeah, Stork's going to go for Arbiters. Yeah, Stork going for Arbiters now, and Fantasy looks like he's got a decent surround on these goons in the middle of the map. He's going to take down, I think, looks like 6 goons left still. He's going to take some of them down. No, none of them go down. Nice work there by Stork. And also there's a large reinforcing force there. So Fantasy's vulture play is just not working out for him, and in the mid-game, at this point, the Terran has to turtle in his base. There's just too many forces out there from the Protoss, and he has to rely on Vulture harass to really gain any kind of advantage. Stork, meanwhile,
nice mine drag.
Oh, he's gonna do it! Oh, he's gonna do it! Nice!
Oh, the SCVs go down!
Oh man! Oh, that's exactly what I was saying. I mean, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh man, I'm getting so excited right now because friggin' A, I've been watching Stork since I started watching StarCraft. Stork has been one of my favorite players, and he's always getting so close, and they're not quite succeeding. He is so close right now. He is so close to winning this game, being up 2-0. I know the series isn't over yet, but I can friggin' smell it. I can friggin' smell it right here, and he's gonna storm drop the new branch of SCVs going on right now. And this is just trying to do another mind drag there, but I don't know if Fantasy is gonna get his SCVs away there, but still, oh man, Stork has got to be so excited deep down right now. He's got to be just focusing on keeping his focus on the game and not getting excited about the fact that, oh my god, like I'm about to finally get my my OSL title that I've been trying to get for my entire life. Oh man, he's doing so well right now. I'm sorry. I had to
not only is Stork smelling, or not only are we smelling it, I'm pretty sure Stork and especially Fantasy are smelling it right now as well. And I think it's less Stork, it's more Fantasy. Fantasy, after dropping the first game just kind of humiliatingly, he's just like, oh shit. And you can just see him like freeze last game, and in this game what was much touted about him was his vulture play, and we've seen subpar vulture play so far from Fantasy, and that shuttle is just kind of chilling there. Still
another storm drop.
Built, and another, he loses the shuttle though. Oh, and a good storm trying to hit all the SCVs as they run away. But yeah, you can just tell Fantasy is just kind of like out of it right now, which is rather unfortunate to say the least.
Oh, there's some huge macro from Stork, and he's evolved to the final stage of his dinosaur Protoss. This is T-Rex Protoss here from Stork, where he's got everything. He's got the Arbiters out. Here he comes. He's about to consume his opponent here. Fantasy trying to push out. He needs that forward contain, of course. He doesn't want Stork getting into his natural, and he needs to put down some mines immediately, actually, because Stork is great with the timing rushes to try to catch the tank before. Yeah, before
I smell a huge stasis about to go up.
Oh, that's
here
a great
we go,
point,
guys.
yes.
The battle going in. Stork is rushing in. He's lost a lot of his zealots, though, so I'm not sure how well he's going to do. Storm's going off, though. Huge stasis. There's the stasis Knight was asking for, taking out more than half of Fantasy's remaining tanks. Oh my goodness, Stork is just absolutely obliterated Fantasy's army. Fantasy GG's right out. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a frickin' stomping. Stork taking the second game. Stork now up 2-0.
Wow. There's that. I just saw him clump up all the tanks just in that one solid line, and I was just like, oh man, there's a lot of places that you can stasis 5 or 6 tanks, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then coupled with Storm, that was it. That was game. And right now, even if Stork loses the next game, he still has his game on Plasma, and that was what we were all touting as like the turning point. That was what, if he got off to a little bit of a rough start, if he lost 2 of the first 3 or something, he had Plasma to fall back on, and now he's up 2-0. So we could, Stork really kind of has a hammerlock on this right now. If he just needs to close it out, and yes, that has been his problem in the past, but this just doesn't seem to be like the Stork of the past, the Stork playing against Flash or Jaedong or Bisu.
Yeah, I mean, Stork has just been so proactive. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was thinking right before that battle happened, I saw him moving out, and I was like, where have I seen this before? And I was like, oh yeah, Game 3 versus 4GG, right when 4GG moved out.
Right.
That was, I mean, Stork was like almost camping his base, waiting for him to try and move out, catching him before he set everything up correctly, and just trouncing him, just coming down, like a wave on him. And that's exactly what he did here again, and I saw it coming. I was like, wow, he's moving out. That's just like 4GG. He's going to get stomped too. It's exactly what happened. So Yeah, Stork playing really well. A couple things I want to mention real quick that I've been meaning to say for like a long time. Apparently, random statistic, 141 people have